it's time for a house tour. Okay. So this is the house that we live in. And this is outside. It's basically part of a complex. So it's part of like a complex that like maintains, cleans. There's swimming pools on site. And we're basically like indoor outdoor. So this is the outdoor living room area. Living room. Let's go through it. So have the downstairs, have the dining room area, a little book nook. Still have yet to fix up and furnish a lot of this. The kitchen. The view from the kitchen. There's a gas stove. There's the upstairs loft. It's very jungly. We're gonna add like all kinds of like candles and plants hanging. We're gonna change some of the art. Like I think we're gonna replace these. Yeah, we're gonna replace those. And so this is the guest bedroom. Ta-da! Guest bedroom. And there's me. Closet. And can see into the living room from the guest bedroom. And I go outside. I don't know why my flash is on. Gonna go into the bathroom. I'm gonna close this door because the AC is on in the bathroom. Still gonna change things around. Like I think we might change some of this, add some plants, add some art over there. A lot of the stuff we need to still fix up. Bathtub, I'm gonna add some candles. And now there's another door goes out from the bathroom into this hallway, which is our closet. And it's also a doorway that goes outside. It's a second exit. And then we go through this door. And this is the main bedroom where me and Andrew sleep. As you can see, our stuff are still on the floor. And this room also has AC. Very nice AC. And we're also gonna add like art over there. Gonna add like a hang plants from here. And gonna go right back outside. Say hello to Andrew. And there's a little storage nook inside of there. You can open it, a little storage. I just really like that there's so much space here. And there's like so much places where you can store things. There's a fan right here to keep away the mosquitoes. And now we're gonna go upstairs to the loft area. Da, 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 da. All right, here's the loft area. It's the upstairs. Oh, they put they put a table here.
Did they?
Yeah, they put a table for the loft area. Maybe we can do something with it. I don't know if it actually even fits here. It looks like a little dining table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And then so we're gonna hang like plants and stuff from here. Hang stuff. Very cool. La 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 la. And I wonder if you can use this inside of here as storage. Not that we really need it. Could do some, I guess, some yoga here. Move the table. Wow, it's a heavy wood table. And here. So lights. Open this door. Secret room in here. Where's the light? So yeah, here's the secret room. Can be an office, meditation space. You can look down. It's actually pretty cool. It's like a little nook. You sit on the bed and look down. Wow. I can make videos here. I feel like I can. It's actually really good. I like the lighting here for videos too. I feel like I can just make videos like this. Just sit here. This could be a studio. It could be a meditation room. You can, if you have guests, you can close the windows so nobody can hear you. It's actually really nice. I like this. And one thing that me and Andrew, we had an issue with in the previous places that we were in was sound and not a lot of space, because there's just always people, which is nice. Like I said in the previous video, like it's nice when there's people everywhere because you're never lonely, but at the same time, sometimes you want to hear your thoughts. You want to be quiet and hear your thoughts. And when there's people everywhere, when there's like sounds of animals, roosters the whole time, you literally can't hear your thoughts, and then you become anxious. So this place is the exact answer to that. And a few of our friends, people we know, just totally not on purpose, are living in this exact complex. So we're always have access to people that we know. And the price is right. The price is like about $550 a month. Maybe a little more with like the credit card, the exchange rate. About $550 a month. And we paid up front for the year. And yeah. Pretty good deal. Some tea. Yeah, I think this is enough. Alright. I'm gonna put it here like this. Turn it on. Ah, my hair. And we're gonna sit down. Oh, but first I have to prepare the tea. So here's a little tea thing. I don't know what to even call this. Let's see. No bugs in here. Nope. Get this tea thing. Ah, we didn't have our vitamins today. And so we have a lemongrass, green tea. Gonna pour some in here. Andrew went outside. He's at a meeting. So nice. Very nice. So hopefully it won't like come out in the tea, but I don't know if that water is even heating. I don't even hear it heating or boiling, but we'll see. So I'm gonna throw this in here, and whenever the water is hot enough, we're gonna like let it seep in here. I know I should be putting it in like a bag or something, but I don't have any bags to put it in. Yeah, maybe I'll use this to like pour it out like a sift it. Yeah. So it feels really good. It feels really good to be home. Like, there's one thing, it's one thing when you are in a place that you love and you think is beautiful and it's nice and you can enjoy it and everything, like, it has all the amenities you want, it's pretty, there's nice art, nice furniture, everything. It's another thing when you're in a place that you know you're going to be in for a long time. This is one of those where it's like actually both. It's nice, and it's the kind of place where we can fix it up and make it look even nicer. But more than that, it's a long-term place. It's a long-term situation. The location, you know, when you're traveling as a digital nomad, there's always like a point through your travels. You've been living for a week, a month, a few days, months, you know, living in one place at a time. You always get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm tired of taking all my things with me every time I move and I travel. And I'm tired of not having regularity. I'm tired of not being able to like have a regular desk, a regular set, a regular place that I can put on my marker board and tell, you know, just things that I can do regularly and consistency. And consistency is really important because, as we've talked about here a lot in our videos, like, you need to be consistent for almost any business. That's like the number one key ingredient for any business, is like, you do it long enough, you do it consistently enough, you'll get somewhere with it. And when you are traveling constantly, for a lot of people that breeds inconsistency because you're just moving around. It's good. It also helps you learn and grow a lot. But once you find the things that you like, so growing and traveling is good. Actually, probably really, really important to have that inconsistency where you're always seeing new things and whatever. But once you get to a point where you feel like you've seen a lot of things and you feel like you want to start being consistent at a few things that you've seen and you like, that's where long-term basis comes in. And for a lot of people that we know, that's how they live. Actually, most people that we know live like this. At this point, most of our friends are doing the same thing that we're doing, which is slow traveling. They're living long-term in different places, and they have a place where they have a home for many years, and then they also have another place where they have a home for many years, and they have another place, and it's like, it's a mixture between being versatile and like diverse and being kind of on the run, you know, feeling safe and strong enough that if you had to get up right now and move and escape from a country or leave from a country or shut down your account here and open up a new account somewhere else, you can do that. But also being consistent enough that you feel safe and comfortable and relaxed to be in one place for a long time. So this is that phase of that here in Bali, and we explored a lot here. We did our research to find this place, and our friends recommended it actually, but even then, like, we visited a few places, we talked to a few people. We didn't just take anyone's word at face value, which we would have when we were more in traveling mode and we were just like, take any Airbnb, whatever. So that's where we're at. It feels really good. I'm still getting used to like this idea that I can let go and relax in this place. And I think there's always going to be a back and forth between that. Like, I want to just be in one place forever versus like, let's go on a vacation, you know? Because I think growth requires both of those, back and forth. But it's becoming, like, the cool thing about getting older for me is like, it's becoming less extreme. Like, I feel like I'm becoming more used to traveling and used to being consistent in a way that doesn't clash. I don't know if that makes sense. Also, for me at this phase, Bali has been really good because Bali's a very growth-oriented kind of place. In general, I feel like the expat communities that we've been in are generally very growth-oriented. People are very much into self-development, expats, you know, because it's just a certain type of person that's very much into self-development and exploration and getting to know themselves and getting to know the world. It's just a certain type of person. And so we've been just seeing that a lot in our travels. And Bali is like the apex of that. Everybody is a coach or healer of some kind, or teaching yoga, or, you know, everybody's a financial expert. And you know what, it's not even silly, like people know their shit. Like we were in the sauna the other day, and like some like Iraqi French guy was like sounding off the US tax law. Like he was like, oh yeah, you can do this and this and this. And he had never been to the US, and he had a US corporation. He had a Wyoming corporation. Like people know their stuff. They understand the way that the world works. They understand how different countries work. They understand how taxes work. They understand how to hack the system, but not even illegally or stealing or anything. They just understand how to do things legally. And you just can't beat that kind of culture. Like that's really cool. It's really cool to see that. Young people and older people, like all kinds of ages of people that are so into their self-development. And even the people that are stressful are amazing. Like, so something happened this morning actually. So I've talked about on my channel how in the past I've been very careful to not share my feelings about people if they're like in any way negative or they're going to be received wrong, because I have a lot of feelings, opinions, thoughts, and I know where they come from. I'm very protective of it. I know that it all comes from love, curiosity. Like I know that deep down I'm just a loving, curious person. It's my inner child. But I'm very protective of like bringing my thoughts and feelings out there in my personal life. On the internet is something different, because the internet is just, there is a certain vibe with the internet. It's just a crazy place. But if it's people that I know personally, I'm really careful that if I have a problem with you or I don't like you, you will never know. And if you do know, it's probably because I trust you enough for you to know it. But usually I don't want to have anything to do with you. If I know you in my personal life and I have any negative thoughts about you, usually I don't want to have anything to do with you, because I don't want the backlash of how you feel about it, because I just can't handle it. I don't feel like I have built that trust with myself enough to be just okay with pissing people off. I mean, I'm learning. But anyways, there are a lot of people that come to Bali that are like travelers, and they're in a very transitional energy. Like me and Andrew, we came here, we were in a very transitional energy. Immediately, you know, we get on the ground, we're like moving, shaking things. Andrew finds a business partner, starts working on this business spontaneously, you know. I'm doing stuff that I'm doing. I'm like, you know, really, it's like really intense energy. A lot of people come to Bali with this. A lot of nomads have this. And they're just like, I need a place to live, I need to make money, I need to do this, you know what I mean? It's like a very intense energy. So I've met a few people like this here, and I just really couldn't handle it. Because another thing is like, I can't shake off the feeling that someone expects or needs something of me. And I don't know these people, I don't know people. So, you know, immediately when I meet someone, then they're like, I need money. I need money, I need money, I need money. Because I've heard that so much, like so many times people have done that with me, assuming because there's something in my face that reads I have the money. I just, at this point, I don't even know what it is, but there's something in my face that reads I have the money. So whether or not the person intended it when they told me of their money problems, that's immediately where my mind goes, is this person wants me to give them money, which either I don't have or I'm not willing to give. So It's really uncomfortable for me. And usually I just ghost the person. But this morning, one of the people that I ghosted, that I actually really liked her and I had a very strong connection with her, but I sort of like ghosted her, and I shrugged it off in a weird way. Like I was actually kind of insulting at her. But I felt like I actually trusted her enough to tell her sort of where my mind was at, even though I wasn't even fully honest with her. Because I just can't be fully honest with people, because why should you with people that you don't know how they're going to react, you know what I mean? Why should you do that? And like I see people preaching like full disclosure, full honesty with every single person that you meet and you date. Nah, that's not me. You don't need to be fully honest with every single person you meet. Like, you don't know people, you don't know what their reaction's going to be, you don't know what they're going to do with you, with the truth. Yeah, like a lot, even in my personal relationships with guys, like a lot of guys, when I first started dating, they would straight up lie to me, or they would ghost me, or they wouldn't tell me why they didn't want to keep dating me anymore or whatever. And like looking back, like at the time I was like, oh, why couldn't they just be honest? But like looking back, if they were honest, what would my reaction have been? I would have probably tried to hurt them or do something. Or maybe not. I wasn't but I would have tried to at least chip at their ego, say something snarky to them because I was upset that I was rejected. So sometimes you don't need to be honest. You don't owe honesty to strangers. But anyways, this person, I gave her a little bit of honesty, but it was like it was a hurting honesty, I think. I don't know. She came back at me with love. She sent me a whole message this morning, and it was so Bali. It was like, just, like what you told me, like it triggered me. It triggered like my trauma of my past, and I didn't realize that I was like this and that, and like a whole fully deeply processed thought. And I was amazed at how, I was just amazed at the reaction, because I would have expected, like anybody else would have just, how dare you stop talking to me? How dare you ignore me? This and that, because most people feel entitled to you, your time, your thoughts, your feelings, and it's okay if they do, but you don't have to put yourself in a position where you deal with it, where you have to give it to them. You don't belong to anybody else but you. So that was a really nice experience I had this morning, and I've been thinking about it, mulling it over. Probably one of the most amazing things about being in a place long term is just the ability to reflect, meditate, think. And especially in a place like this, there's like no judgment for anyone that decides that they want to spend the next year just reflecting and meditating. This is like the perfect place for that. Everybody's doing that. There's no judgment, and when I think about where I came from back in the States, there would be not even like judgment, there would be like pure mockery at anyone that's like, do you not have a job? Where's your job? Why aren't you working? You know what I mean? Because like most people are working class. They're living paycheck to paycheck, which is like every 2 weeks. Like people are literally living a life that they should have been dead a long time ago. Like they have no business living. Like they're living like the most unsustainable life ever. It's like they're like a cat with 100 lives, where like they're just killing every life. Like they have no business living. They're living the least sustainable lifestyle ever. They're like drinking every day. They're like, and I know because I used to live like that too, because it's just everyone's living like that. Doesn't matter, you're rich, you're poor, everybody's working like a dog. they're spinning their wheels. They're working for nothing. They're not building savings, investments, they're not building anything. They're just making money to drink it and eat it away today. Yeah, so, but that kind of culture, which is like, like just looks at disdain with anyone that takes a moment to actually think and rest and, because they will never have that. So it feels nice to be in a place that is an abundance of that, an abundance of time. Everybody is reflecting, thinking, meditating. Everybody has the time for it. Everybody has the money for it, And if they don't have the money, like, it's actually really cheap to do this, Like, Andrew and I were commenting, our rent of this place for the whole year is the same as the rent for 1 month for a place like this in a lot of cities in the States. Depending on where in the States, maybe even more expensive, but this is like a very nice part of town. We're in like a very touristy, very hip, like you walk outside and there's everything that you could need is here. It's very the real estate doesn't get any better than this. And yeah. So I'm gonna go have my tea now. I'm gonna relax, maybe play some piano, and I'm gonna start organizing this house a little bit, unpacking our stuff. And what is it? It's like a Wednesday. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. I'm gonna start unpacking our stuff a little bit, plan our visa reset trip, and maybe watch a movie while I do it. All right, it smells really good. Let's see what it looks like with the tea poured in. You can see the phone and the reaction in the video. I'm holding in a funny way. Okay. I don't know if you hear that gecko. It goes. Okay, so we're gonna like leave it in here, let it seep. This is so bad. I really needed like some kind of tea bag, but whatever. Just gonna let it seep like this. Just let it sit there. All the tea pieces are coming out. All right. Very nice. Maybe I'll use a spoon to take out the tea pieces. Tastes pretty good. I want to show you something. Check out this marker board. How much bigger it is than the other ones. It's big, it's heavy duty. It's really nice. It says Mr. Andrews marker board, whiteboard. It's really nice. And I think we're gonna use it for like a lot of things. It's really, I think I'm gonna use it in my videos. Andrew loves whiteboards. He always uses it in his business. This is his third startup that he's working on. And even before he did startups, he was always managing and leading teams. This is like many years he's been doing teams, and he always has a marker board that he writes the plan, the strategy, whatever they're doing. So the people who gave us this marker board are expats that live between here, Portugal, and Maryland in the US. And then they themselves are from different places too. It's just very interesting. So they gave us this marker board because people are traveling, they don't want to take their stuff with them. So very cool. It's really, once you start living this kind of lifestyle, like it almost sounds, I feel like it sounds culty because I'm talking about it so much. Like what is this new religion that you discovered? The new religion of being a nomad, expat, whatever. But it's just amazing how I would never have believed
this. If I would have told my younger self, hey Pardes, you know, you don't really need that much money. You can be very wealthy and not have that much money. I would say, and you could be, and the thing is, you could, on very little money, grow wealth faster. You could be doing so much with the money that you have already. You could be doing, you could be traveling, you can be moving across the world. I can't tell if people hear me out there. But yeah, if I would have told my younger self this, she would not have believed me. I would say, oh yeah, Pardes, you don't need that much money. You can start making babies now. You can start a family now. You can live your dream life. You can start that dream. Anything that you want to do, you can do it now. Young me would not have believed me. And once you see it, like once you start doing it and you just kind of like step your foot in the water and you're like, oh my God, this is so much easier than I expected. This is like life-changing. You don't want to go back. You can't go back because it's like walking around blindfolded your whole life, and then all of a sudden someone takes off your blindfold and you're like, oh my God, I can walk around and I can see. I can just do this. This is so easy. I love having eyes that I can see with. Why would you go back to wearing the blindfold? That's really how it is. I think that's why people seem a little bit culty when they start doing this, like nomad stuff. They're like, oh, are they trying to sell me something? Are they trying to sell me? They're just trying to sell me their services. When I was living in the States, I used to watch a lot of Nomad Capitalist. Nomad Capitalist is a strategist, and he helps people. And there's a lot of these like travel vloggers, relocation experts. So he's like an offshore tax strategist. He helps people move offshore, move their money offshore. And so I used to say, like, at the same time that I was learning from Nomad Capitalist and I thought his ideas were amazing and I was like watching all of his videos, I also was suspicious of him because I was thinking, it's not possible that somebody could, like, what he's saying isn't possible. Like, there has to be a catch. Always has to be a catch. Like, there has to be something you're losing by moving offshore and living this lifestyle. You know what I mean? No. Oh yeah, he's probably just trying to sell people this, and then you get screwed, but then it's too late. You like lived offshore. No, I could go back. We could go back to the States. It's just that, like, it's the thing about I can't go back now, it's more of a mental I can't go back. It's more of like, now that I see what I can do with the money that I have, even though I have more money than I did when I was living in the States, I can't bring myself to spend the way I used to. So that's something that people get scared of because they're like, you know, if I become too spoiled with how much cheaper everything is, what if I never want to go back to the States? What if I never want to be around my family again? What if I never, you know what I mean? So people get, which I understand, they get scared of that. What if I become spoiled? But the thing is, like, it's so silly to me at the same time because, like, what if life is so good that you don't want to go back? Why would you want to go back? Why shouldn't your friends and family join you in a better place? Why do you have to suffer for the lifestyle that they chose? You know what I mean? Why can't they enjoy themselves a little bit for the lifestyle that you chose? And if, you know, that's how I feel. It's like, why should I suffer for the lifestyle that other people chose? I would never expect someone to suffer so that they can visit me. I would never expect that. And most people that are like me, that are like us, that are traveling and doing this, are very much like us. They're very like independent and self-starters, self-motivated, you know? They're not expecting their friends and family to visit them if they don't want to. But they're very much living with the guilt of, oh no, there's people back in the States that are expecting me to visit them. Like, it's very one way. It's a very one way expectation. My family has kind of let go of that. I feel like my family's at the point in their life where they have accepted that I'm going to do what I want to do and that I will respect what they want to do. And I feel like we've found like a pretty happy medium with that, which just makes me very happy. I really like that. But I think a lot of people don't get to have that. Anyways, I'm kind of procrastinating because I really don't feel like unpacking. I kind of want to do that when Andrew's here because, I don't know, I like house work stuff, especially in a new place. I just have this thing where I don't like to do it myself. I want to do it with Andrew. And then after a while, when I'm used to the house, then I become like comfortable to do it myself. But right now I want to be a baby and like I want to call my brother. I think I want to call my brother because I haven't talked to him in a while. He lives in Jerusalem. Oh man, Jerusalem is on the news for bad reasons. The Israel-Palestine debate on the internet is so toxic, and it's so, like, everything is such a lie. Like, I just, like, the things that I see people saying, it's just so marred by emotions. It's just so covered in emotions, and I feel really grateful that my brothers, my family members, like, I feel really grateful that my relatives also in Iran that they're very, very disconnected from the news, and they kind of live in a bubble where they just, if they hear a siren that says that there may be a bomb is coming, they know that they should go in a bomb shelter, but they're not following the news. They actively avoid the news, and I feel really grateful. But it still seeps in, people, it's bad energy. It's a toxic fight or flight energy that is actually very bad for your health. It seeps in through the people that you're around. But I feel really grateful that for the most part, my family members put an effort to try to avoid that, which I didn't avoid that. It's good to not avoid it if it's going to help you make certain decisions about your life. But at a certain point, I think a lot of people are wallowing in it. It's kind of like a self-suicide. It's a self-sabotage. If you're not using this information to make your life better, like, oh, there's a war in this place, this thing is happening, these governments are hurting this and this, like, if it's not to make an educated guess about educated decision about improving your life or improving the life of your loved ones, then you're just wallowing in something that is really hurting your health. I just don't see a point in it. Oh, but I'm trying to make the world a better place. You're not making the world a better place. Like, no one's life is gonna be better because of you doing that. That's just the way I see it. Maybe, like, you're like a catalyst. Maybe you're a catalyst, but you're a catalyst in the same way that, a toxic breakup is a catalyst. You know what I mean? Like, people their life becomes improved after a toxic breakup, but it's not because the breakup was the most amazing. It's a catalyst. So if you want to be that, sure, but like, I just feel bad for anyone that's I do want to go back to Jerusalem with Andrew because I want to show it to him because I spent so much time there, and it's really like its own little bubble. Jerusalem is a bubble in a lot of ways, and it's actually very safe in a lot of ways. I know, like, there's the threat of bombs, but when you think about, like, the day-to-day lifestyle, people are generally, they're going out, you can go out in the middle of the night, your kids can run out in the middle of the night. It's kind of like, here is kind of like that too. It's very, very much like a safe lifestyle that a lot of families, very family-oriented lifestyle that a lot of people are living. So I had a lot of cool memories from Jerusalem, but I would never live there. But I'm excited to show Andrew that someday. So itchy. Okay. Here's our monkey friend. Here's a monkey friend. It's Andrew's friend, actually. Right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Come and visit him in the mornings. Ooh. Impressive. Aw, the family. They're a cute little monkey family. It's the next day, and I was just looking over the video from yesterday, and I realized I talked a little bit about like Israel stuff. And I'm already hearing, if anyone's super like news oriented and watches my videos, I'm already hearing your thoughts, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're so cold-hearted. How could you like not care about the plight of these people and these places and these things? But I can't go to Jerusalem because there's bomb. I can't do this and I can't do that and this, whatever. And like, because of these people are bad and these people are bad and these people are bad. Here's what I want to say to that imaginary thought from imaginary person that might be watching this video. Because I'm just thinking about it while I'm looking back. The biggest revenge, if you hate people so much, if you're motivated by hate and hate other people, which I really actually validate with, because I have been motivated by hate many times in my life, and that's very healthy, actually. Hate is a very healthy emotion. It means your body is trying to protect you and the people that you love. If you are motivated by hate, the biggest revenge that I can give you is not to sacrifice yourself in the hatred of the other person or the other peoples. These people are hurting you, they're hurting your family, this and that. You don't revenge them by killing yourself, by going to war, by blowing yourself up, by hurting your family, by talking about how much you hate. You revenge the people you hate by making your life better. That is the biggest revenge that you can give to anybody in your life, is by improving your life. Oh no, but if I improve my life, then maybe it will influence them to improve their life and they'll be happier and then I won't get my revenge. Imagine killing yourself so that maybe you can hurt another person. You are so stupid because you're basically doing the job of your enemies for you. That is the stupidest thing I ever heard. And then you shouldn't watch my videos if you're that kind of person that you want to do the job of your enemies for you. I only want to associate with people that really like themselves a lot. And this is a truth I learned in my own life. I learned it from myself being a dumbass many times in my life. The biggest revenge you can give to anybody in your life is to make your life better. The biggest revenge you can do against me, the biggest revenge you can do against your parents for hurting you, the biggest revenge you can do against the enemies that don't care about you, that don't want you to have a good life, is to make yourself have a good life. Save yourself and stop focusing on the sinking ship. Focus on you and your happiness. That's really. And I spent so much time. If you go on the internet, you will see all kinds of shit that I said because I spent so much time worrying myself, obsessing about these people and those people and this in the news and that. And part of that for me was like, I love thinking and analyzing and having opinions and thinking things. I love doing that. I loved feeling connected with the world, with the news, and I care, that's part of my who I am, is to care about people and to care about the world. Like, I think it's more of like a thing that my brain wants to do, is to think about things. But the thing is that there's so many worlds in the world. There's so many realities, and like, the more your life gets better, the more you become more relaxed and you do things to relax yourself, the kind of things that your brain will latch onto won't always be destructive kind of things. There'll be sometimes things that actually are sustainable kind of problems. You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, hope you guys are having a great day. And I hope that you do one kind thing for yourself today. In honor of your enemies, do one kind thing for yourself today. For me, it's wearing this flower. I did a lot of kind things for myself already today, so I have you beat. I started taking a bath, but the hot water isn't working, so I'm going to go and ask the people, the facility, if they can take a look at that. What else did I do? Had some smoothie. I had a voice lesson. I had a voice lesson today, which was awesome. My voice is getting better, even though it feels scratchy right now. And I'm going to, what else am I gonna do? Edit this video. And I'm actually working on something that I haven't told you guys about, and I'm actually really excited to share. Something that is like, it's a project that I'm working on that I'm really, really excited to share, but I have a feeling I won't be able to share it for a few months. And it's going to be really fun. It's a really fun project that is related to self-development and helping people make money. But it's basically, it's a project that will help you make money, that will help me make money, because I would never help you make money if it didn't make me money. Just know that. I would never help you make money if it didn't make me money. So yeah, it's going to be something that's going to help people make money that will also make me money, and won't necessarily require you to put in money to begin with. So you can be totally broke and help me with this, and it would help you. If it's a good plan, if it's a good idea that I'm working on, then it will help you a lot. Cool. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Here's a little spider. Spider looking at himself in the mirror. Little spider looking at himself in the mirror 'cause he likes how he looks.